Hey guys, welcome to this video. Hasib here. Hope you all are doing well. In this video, we are going to learn Facebook ads. That's right. I'm going to give you everything in this long video. And the reason why I'm making this is because a lot of people, whether they're business owners or agency owners, they're still confused about how this Facebook thing actually works, how the entire architecture is set up around the business manager, how to connect the ad manager with the page, how to connect Instagram, all those stuff. So I'm going to discuss all those. Next, people are also confused about what's the best kind of offer, how to create the ad creatives based on that offer. So I'm also going to discuss those things. Finally, we're going to look into some automations. So I'm going to basically use high level to create automations for the leads that we will be generating through our Facebook ads. So make sure you subscribe, and without further ado, let's just jump right into my screen so we can start doing some ads. So in this part, we will try to understand how Facebook auction works. Facebook auction is a theoretical thing, and it's one of the most important key factors to understand before starting to produce Facebook ads for your business. Because if you don't understand it well enough, your ads won't be displayed at all after publishing. That's a possibility, and that's a really horrible thing to happen. Or B, you will be able to display those ads to your target audience, but you have to spend like loads of money. That's not good as well, right? So you have to understand what a really good ad looks like. Also, you have to understand what you need to do in order to produce such good ads. So if we look at our screen right now, we can see a formula that says TV equals bid plus estimated action ratio plus ad quality. So we are actually going to see what it means. Don't get scared or anything. So TV stands for total value. So it's basically a number that's given by Facebook to your Facebook ads. And TV is just a score that you don't get to see. It's just an algorithmic thing. The more TV score you have, the less you need to spend, the better your ads are. Basically, that's how it works. So we have established that TV is a score, and the more TV you have, the better for you, the less you have to spend, basically. So TV depends on these three things. So if you can work on these three things, you can have a good TV score for your ads. And now let's look at what those three things are. First one is bid. So bid is basically how much you need to spend or how much you're spending on ads. Let's say there are two competitors in this area, competitor A, competitor B, and they're bidding for the same thing, same offer. Like let's say it's like a roofing company. So roofing company A, roofing company B are running ads, and they have literally same kind of ad. One's spending like $5 a day, the other is spending $6 a day. So you know which ad's gonna show more because the other guy is spending $1 more, right? So that's how the bidding works. Now the next thing is really important to understand because a lot of people really ignore this part. Estimated action ratio is the ratio of people taking an action after seeing your ad. So here, an action could be anything really. It depends on what kind of ad you're running. If you're running a lead ad, the action could be how many people are clicking on the link after they see your ad. If you're running an awareness campaign, how many people are liking, commenting, like sharing, all those things. Depending on what kind of campaign you have, how many actions are people taking? That's the estimated action ratio. So if you're running a lead form ad, how many lead forms or how many click to open the forms are we getting in that ad? That's the number, estimated action ratio. That's all. So this number needs to be good. And how to make that number better, how to increase that number, it's really simple. If you have a good enough ad, if you have a good enough offer on your ad, people will be interested in clicking on your ad, right? And that's how the number of estimated action ratio increases. So that's really simple if you think about it this way. The next thing is ad quality. So ad quality depends on a lot of factors, like how long your video is. If you're running a video ad, do you have a lot of text on your image? How long your ad copy is? Is your ad copy text relevant to the image or the video, whatever you're running on the ad? All those things. So make sure you have relevant, good, and optimized ad copies. And by ad copies, I mean the creatives, right? Images, videos, and text. So make sure that those are really optimized. I've seen that a lot of people use like really long headlines. Make sure you use like really optimized headlines that's really clear and that doesn't get cut off, right? So these actually affect your ad quality. And when you have a good enough budget that takes care of the bid, when you have a really good simple offer ad set up where people are interacting with the ads, where people are taking an action after they see the ad, that takes care of the estimated action ratio, right? And when you have really good optimized ad creatives, that takes care of ad quality. And overall, it increases your TV total value. Now, one more thing you have to understand is TV or total value keeps decreasing each day because, like, it makes sense, right? If you are running ads in a specific area or maybe the entire world, people will keep seeing the ad, right? And when they keep seeing the ad, they will start interacting less because it has more impact at the beginning where people are seeing the ad for the first time than it has after a month. So it all makes sense. TV will keep decreasing because estimated action ratio will decrease, and that affects the total value, right? So you have to keep making variations of maybe the same offer or maybe try running different offers, and that's how you come up with new ads. Hence you can increase your total value for the ads, right? So that's basically what you need to understand about auction. The total value is everything, and these are the three factors that you can work on in order to increase your total value. Okay, now let's try to understand the anatomy or structure of an ad. So if you start creating your ads under an ad account or an ad manager, the first thing it'll ask you to do is create an ad campaign. An ad campaign is basically going to ask you a few questions like what kind of ad is this, or what's your goal with the ad, does it fall under any specific category like housing, mortgage, or all those stuff, and just really high level basic settings, right? And an account can have multiple ad campaigns, and each ad campaign will further hold multiple ad sets. So ad sets are where you can specify the budget, you can specify the location, you can specify what kind of demographic you're going to target, age range, languages, locality, all those stuff. And also you can specify in an ad set where exactly you want to show your ads, whether on news feed, whether on message feed, Instagram feed, stories, reels, and all those stuff. You can actually specify what we call placements in an ad set. So we have a campaign under an account where the account can hold multiple campaigns. In each campaign, there will be multiple ad sets, maybe one ad set, but there could be multiple for testing purposes. And in each ad set, in each ad set, there will be multiple ads. So I prefer having 3 ads under an ad set. So the ad is basically where we give it the image or the video, or write the ad copy, give it a headline, put the link to where I want to send the traffic. Like most of the times it's a landing page, or maybe I would want them to fill up a form. You have to specify what kind of ad you're setting up in the ad set level. And don't worry, I'm gonna show you in detail practically later in this video. But in the ad set, you can specify whether you want to send the traffic to a landing page, or whether you want to run a messenger ad where people can message you through your Facebook page, or you can have them submit a form. So that's done in an ad set. And in the ad, you can give it the ad creatives, right? So image, videos, ad copies, text, headlines, on all those stuff. So that's basically the simplest explanation for the anatomy or structure of an ad. Now we are gonna head over to our document so we can carry on with the other stuff. Now let's talk about our ad goal. So no need to overcomplicate this step. Again, I'm trying to explain it in really simple terms. So don't need to overthink anything or make it really complicated. So we will just try to understand the goals of our ad campaign in simple terms. So whenever we are targeting or whenever we are creating ads for any kind of business, we need to ask 3 questions. The first question, or maybe it's a set of questions: whom are we targeting? What could be their age range? What could be the location that we are targeting to display the ads? What's the demographic? All those kind of things. For example, if I'm running ads for a gym, I need to be sure about the location. That's really important. I need to think about how far would people drive, or how far would people travel to use this gym or come to this gym to train. That's really important to understand. And the age range is also really important. If it's a CrossFit gym, the age range would be different. If it's like a special kind of gym like a jiu-jitsu gym, the age range to target would be different. All those questions can be answered really simply based on the business, right? So you have to think about whom to target, what age range are we targeting, what location are we targeting, depending on the type of business. If it's a local business, preferably like maybe a few miles around the business. And the demographics also has an effect, right? So if it's a male gym, we could target only males, right? No need to target all those females, and we can save a lot of money on ad spend by doing that. So these are really simple things that if you like just think about it like for 2 minutes, you can actually make quite effective decisions. So the first thing is done, define targeting. The second one is what's the customer journey. So that's really important, and try to understand what I mean by defining a customer journey. So the customer journey could be really simple. If we create an ad where we will just show them a form, that's called a Facebook lead form, where people can just click on the ad after seeing it and fill out the form, and then we will get the details, and then we can follow up with the lead later. That's the simplest customer journey I could have ever thought of. But like more customer journeys are like creating sales funnels where people would go to a landing page, they would submit a form, they would go to another page after submitting the form. That's the second step of the funnel, and they can purchase something there, or they can book an appointment from the second step, and then thirdly they could go to a thank you page. That's a sales funnel. So that's also a customer journey, and the customer journey starts from clicking the ad. So you need to define what kind of customer journey you are creating for the ad. What happens after someone takes an action from the ad, right? That's really, really important to understand, and that's really important that you set it up and you plan this before going live with the ad. And this sounds really, really weird, but a lot of people are not even thinking about it. The third one is define ad type. So by ad type, I mean what kind of ad are we running? And that also includes what kind of ad, as in lead form ad, or a landing page ad, or a messenger ad where people would just message you to your Facebook page. So that's really important to define. And also, what kind of ad are you trying to run? Is it a video ad? Is it an image ad? Or is it a combination of both, where you would run like multiple ads? So it's also really important to define what kind of ads are we going to run, and start thinking about the ads, like the ad copies. What would it be based on the offer you have in mind, right? So that's all about goals for our ad campaign. All right, guys, now that we have our goals set up, let's talk about the types of ads we usually run that we know always works. First of all, there are two types of ads we usually run for businesses, and that's video and image. There's a third kind of ad that's called carousel ads. That's more suited for e-commerce businesses, right? So we don't want to use carousel ads for any kind of business or any kind of local business. So video ads and images ads are the types of ads we're going to run. And if you ask me more specifically, what kind of videos? The first type of video that we always use is a talking head video. Talking head is just like the business owner talking about the offer. Hey, we are this and this, we serve in this locality, and these are our services. And if you want 10% off of your first service, please contact us. Go to our landing page and submit the form, or maybe just submit the form on Facebook and we will get back to you. All that kind of stuff. So that's the talking head video format, and that should be like 30 seconds long. It could be, you could stretch it up to 40 seconds, but 30 seconds is preferred. The second kind of video is client testimonial video. It's just you shooting your client on a phone, maybe just asking the client to say something good about the company, and it could be 15 to 20 seconds long. That's just how it should be. And there is another one that's just a project visit video. It's like you guys working on a project. If it's like, depending on what kind of business it is, if it's a roofing business, yeah, you could just shoot a video on like installing a new roof or replacing a new roof, all those kind of project videos. This could go up to like 40 to 50 seconds. So these are the three types of videos we usually run, and these type of videos always work. Trust me, guys, because these are authentic. You're not downloading any graphic or any kind of stock video from anywhere. Instead, you're just making the videos through your phone or maybe a camera. Doesn't matter really, as long as it's authentic. And these are the three types of videos we always run for Facebook ads. And talking about types of image ads we run, the first kind of ad we usually go after is the image of the company car, with the offer on bottom, like just written text on the bottom of the image, and we could just write like 10% off or something like that, you know. And the second type of image is group photo of the team, and the third one is anything authentic, like anything ugly, or as long as it's not stock image. People don't like stock images, that's for sure, because if in the image there's nothing that people can relate to, they won't convert. So you need to give them something to relate to. If you have a junk removal company, just show them a bunch of junk, and that image needs to be authentic, right? And if they start relating to that, they will convert. So these are the types of videos and images we usually run for Facebook ads. Now let's talk about the kind of offers we can promote. And the offer is really important because based on the offer, you have to create your ads, whether it's a video or an image or whatever. So the offer is really important. And usually, depending on the offer, you get the number of conversions. Because the reason why I'm saying usually is because, for example, if you have like a junk removal company and you're trying to promote your services in a certain area, that area doesn't have any junk removal companies. So you don't have any competition. You have literally zero competition. In that case, you don't need a really strong offer because you can get a lot of attraction by default, right? So just promoting your services without any offer is enough. But what happens when you have more than one competition? And that's usually the case nowadays, right? So you've got a lot of competition. In that case, you need something really compelling. You need to create a strong offer that attracts your audience, that they want to fill out a form or maybe call you. So the offer could be something that doesn't negatively affect your revenue. So you cannot go for like a huge giveaway, or at the same time, it has to be really compelling. So you have to find a sweet spot, like a proper trade-off between these 2 points over here. And when you find the offer, then based on that offer, you need to create the talking head video or the image, you know, with the offer written in it, you know, all the stuff. So example offers are like get 10% off on first service, you know, get $100 off on fence installs over 100 feet, 150 feet, and or whatever. So these are the usual offers that we promote for businesses on Facebook ads. If you can think of anything else that's better, that doesn't affect your revenue negatively, then that's great. Set up your ads based on that offer. Hey guys, in this part of the video, we will try to understand the Facebook ad account structure, or the overall architecture, and how everything's interconnected, and you know, some backend stuff, because this is really important to understand. A lot of people actually ignore this part and they overlook it, but they face a lot of trouble while creating the ads. So it's really important to understand, and I'm gonna try my best to explain everything, what's going on, how everything's interconnected. And let's begin by looking at the leftmost element. That's our Facebook account. So all of us have Facebook profile, right? That's the first thing. That's the first step to creating our Facebook ad, right? So once we have our Facebook profile, we can create a Facebook page for our business. So if we have a business, say Business X, we will have a Facebook page named Business X, right? And that's our second part. That's our second step to running ads, right? So once we create the Facebook page, one more thing we can do is we can create an Instagram profile, and that helps in social media. And also if you want to run ads on Instagram, because Instagram is a really good platform to run ads for business and for e-commerce. So you should also have an Instagram profile called Business X. So we've got our Facebook profile, we've got our Facebook page, we've got our Instagram account now. Okay, now let's look at this part in the middle. So as you look at the diagram, you can tell for sure that this has some important role. And this is actually what I call the hood of our Facebook ad account structure, because the Facebook Business Manager actually holds everything in one place. So let me try to explain it to you really in simple terms. So you've got a Facebook page, you've got an Instagram account, and you are an admin to that Facebook page, because Facebook page can have different types of access levels. You can be an admin, you can be a manager, you can be a moderator, but preferably you need to be an admin for this use case, right? So you are an admin to your Facebook page. You have access to your Instagram account. What you need to do now is you need to create a Facebook Business Manager, and we are going to look into how to create a business manager shortly. So once you have your business manager set up, what you need to do is you need to connect your Facebook page with that business manager. This is really simple to connect, and also the Facebook Business Manager is also really easy to create, trust me. So once we create our Business Manager, we have to connect our Facebook page. Next, we have to connect our Instagram account to that Business Manager. And that's also just really simple. Just hit add and connect by logging into your Instagram profile. That's all. So we have our page, we have our Instagram, we have our Business Manager, we have connected all these together. Next thing is we need to have a Facebook ad account. So the Facebook ad account can be created under the Facebook Business Manager. It cannot be created in a separate platform. So after we create our Business Manager, we can create a Facebook ad account under that Business Manager, right? Okay, that's really simple. And then once we create our ad account under the Business Manager, what it's going to do, it's going to have access to the Facebook page and also the Instagram account. So now you have your Facebook ad account. You can run ads through this Facebook page that you just connected with this Business Manager, and you can run ads on Instagram through this Instagram profile because it's connected to this Business Manager, right? You see, this is really simple, but people actually really overcomplicates this, and yeah, they get into a lot of trouble later, but this is really simple, right? So now we have our Facebook page, Instagram, Facebook ad account as well. One more thing that I really recommend you doing is you can create a Facebook pixel under the Business Manager, and the Facebook pixels are now called Facebook datasets. I don't know why they changed the name. Pixels used to sound like really good, but they changed it anyway. So Facebook datasets, they allow you to keep track of all the data, right? So your website traffic, your conversions, the conversion rate, and different types of demographics that they call signals, you know, all those things. So I highly recommend creating a Facebook pixel or a Facebook dataset, whatever you might call it, under your Business Manager. Now we have everything set up, right? Now a question may rise, where do we add the payment method? Because if we are running Facebook ads, they need us to pay them, right? And then they will be able to run our ads for on Facebook and Insta. So there are two places where you can connect the Facebook payment method. First of all, you can add your card details under Business Manager. In that case, you have to specify which ad account you are connecting this card to, because there will be multiple ad accounts that you can be able to create depending on the use case. Of course, most of the times one Business Manager can allow only one ad account, but in some cases there are multiple ads account you can create under one single Business Manager. Now, even if you are able to create one ad account, you still need to assign the card detail that you added under the Business Manager to that ad account, right? So I hope that makes sense. Also, one more option is to add the payment method directly to the ad account, and that's the recommended way, because if you connect it with your Business Manager, it gets a bit complicated. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to complicate anything. So you can add the payment method to your ad account directly, and that's the recommended one. So one more thing to understand here, and of course I'm going to show you everything that I'm doing here in the setup process, so don't worry about it. We're just understanding it in theory right now. So one more thing is, if we are running Facebook lead form ads or instant form ads where people will be able to click on the ad and fill up the form on Facebook without going to any website or landing page, you need to create some lead forms, right? And people actually get confused about the fact that lead forms are created under Facebook ad accounts. That's not the case. Lead forms are actually part of Facebook page. So if you are creating lead forms, they stay on the Facebook page. So even if you disconnect the Facebook page and add it to another ad account or Business Manager, the lead forms are going to stay with the page. So just so you understand the entire process, right? And all these things under the Business Manager, we call these assets. So assets are those things that a Business Manager holds. That can be a Facebook page, that can be an Instagram account, that can be an ad account, that can be a Facebook pixel or dataset, and also the lead forms under that page. So the Business Manager is actually the hood that, you know, holds everything. Now, to your Business Manager, you will definitely have full access because you've created it. You're the owner of the business account. However, you can add multiple people. So if you are an agency owner, you can add people to your Business Manager so they can run ads for you or your clients, you know. So you can have people in the Business Manager and you can assign assets that you want them to get access to, right? So it's just not enough if you add them to a Business Manager. It's not enough for them to have access to everything. You need to manually assign assets, right? So a Business Manager can have multiple Facebook pages, multiple Instagram multiple Facebook ad accounts, multiple pixels. So you need to assign someone when you add them to Business Manager what assets they can have access to. Hope that makes sense. And we will now move on to the next part. All right, now we'll start setting up our Facebook Business Manager. In order to do that, we will go to a page called business.facebook.com. So again, just to see it, business.facebook.com. As soon as we go to this page, it will bring us to a page like this, and that's the Meta Business Suite. Okay, that's done. Make sure you have the right page selected, and that's going to be your business page in this case. I'm using this page for now. And if you click on this drop down, it's going to show you that you don't have a business account right now. Now, in most cases, this will be the layout, or this will be how you see it. In some cases, you may have a business manager set up already, because Facebook sometimes creates a business manager by default when you're creating the Facebook page. In case you don't have a business manager created already, you have to create one by clicking here, create a business account. So I'm going to create a business account, and it's going to be my name and my email. Okay, so these are the things you need: business name, first name, last name, and business email. As soon as you hit create, it's gonna go ahead and create the business account for you, or the business manager for you. So it's basically the same thing: business account, business manager. And once you're done creating the business account, it's gonna ask you whether or not you want to connect your Facebook page with the business account, right? So make sure you hit click on this checkbox. So by clicking this checkbox, you are basically adding your page to the business account. Hit next, and in this step, it's going to ask you if you want to add an employee or something to your business account, which I'm not going to do. So I'm going to hit next, confirm. That's all. And in most cases, it will show you that your business account is not allowed to advertise. So because it sometimes restricts your account that and you need to verify. So just go to settings. Just go to business settings from here. So this is the business suite settings, right? You need to go to the actual business settings and make sure you are under this. And if you cannot see anything here, you need to click on this. It's going to take you to a request review page. So I'm going to basically request for review that the business manager I created is authentic, you know, all those stuff. And I'm really glad that this happened, because I can finally show you, because most of you will face this issue, right? And I'm gonna just enter my details here. All right, guys, so as soon as I hit submit with my phone number, and it just sent me a code, it's gonna ask you to, you know, upload an authentic ID, so a driver license, or, you know, a passport or something, just to prove that this business account that you have created is authentic. So don't worry, it gets resolved within an hour after uploading it, and you should be able to start with your regular setup after that. So I'm gonna now upload my passport after pausing this video. So as soon as I uploaded my passport, it says you'll hear back from us within 48 hours. Although I know that's not the case, because I've done it like multiple times, and I know it gets resolved within a few minutes, maybe an hour, or maybe 2 hours. It doesn't take that long. And after it gets resolved, I'll be able to show you the regular setup after that. All right, guys, so it literally took like 2 minutes for like reinstating my account. So now you can see there's no restriction. I've uploaded my ID, I've verified my number. One more thing you need to do is when you go to business settings like this, or I'll show you how to do it from here, from the suite. So just go to business settings. You need to go to business info, and you basically need to verify your email. So if you haven't verified already, it's going to ask you to send a code, and send a code to your email. Click on that link. That's all. It's going to verify that email address for you. So that's all you need to do for business manager setup. Now let's head over to pages, and let's add our page. So I'm going to add a new page. I'm going to just start writing the page down, because I'm an admin of this page. So it's going to show it up on top. Add page, because I'm an admin of the page and the business manager. It's not going to cause any issues. It's going to add my page to this business account right away. So what we have done so far is we have created a business manager. We attempted to add our page to that business manager, but the add business manager was restricted. We requested for review, and asked Facebook to re-enable the business manager, which it was done like within 2 minutes. And then now we have added our page. Now let's head over to Instagram accounts. And if you hit add, connect your Instagram account, it's going to ask you to log into your Instagram and connect it with this. So I'm going to basically connect my own Instagram here. Just to give you an example, you need to just put your username and password, and it's going to log you in and connect your Instagram account with this business manager. In this case, it's not going to be your personal Instagram. I prefer adding the business Instagram here. So it's causing issues because I'm not an admin. So that's just fine. When you add your Instagram business, it's gonna work like a charm, and it's gonna connect your Instagram profile with the ad account, right? So let's just jump right into ad accounts. That's the final step in this part. So we'll just create a new ad account, and if we call it this, the time zone needs to be correct. So I'm because I'm in a different location, so I'm going to select my own time zone. In your case, it will be different, and so let me just select the right time zone and currency. Guys, this is really important. You need to select the appropriate time zone and currency. It needs to match. And in this step, I will select my business. That's fine. It's gonna go ahead and create the ad account for me. And now it's asking me to assign all these on myself. Otherwise, I won't be able to manage this ad account, even though I created the business manager, but they want me to individually assign access to this ad account on myself, which I've done. Now it's going to ask me to add a payment info, which you can do later. So that's done. So far we have created this business manager. We have re-enabled it after Facebook restricted it. Then we created, or we added our page because I was an admin of this page. I was able to add it to this business manager. Then we also saw how to connect Instagram to this business manager. Because my Instagram is connected with the business manager already, it didn't happen. But in your case, as long as the Instagram is not connected to any business manager, it should be okay. Then finally, we created the ad account. And now, because I've assigned this ad account access to myself, if I click on Open in Ads Manager, it should take me to the ad manager portal where I can actually create the ads, right? And if you want to add your payment method, you just need to head over here, select the ad manager, view payment methods, come over here that says payment methods, and you need to modify permissions. You need to say assign to myself. So you're basically assigning yourself as a finance editor of this ad account. And then you can add a payment method here. Finally, you can add your card details. And that's how you will be charged for the money you spend for the ads, right? So that's it for the setup part. In the next part, we will see how to create the ads. All right, guys, now that we have everything set up, let's write our ad copy for the Facebook ad. And by ad copy, I mean whatever you see on post of, like if you have an image or the video, whatever you see as text on top of that image or the video, that's what we call ad copy. And that's really important because that will have the offer and all the information someone needs to know in order to show interest and then getting in touch with you by a form submit or a call. So with that being said, when we are writing ad copies in marketing terms, there's a really famous method that we call AIDA. So AIDA stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. This is a method of writing content for anything in general. When you're writing website content, when you're writing content for your ads, for any kind of landing page, all those things. So AIDA is like a proven method of writing copies. So we are going to use AIDA when writing our ad copy. And the ad copy we are writing is for a junk removal company called Junk Removers Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they do residential, commercial, and pre-post construction renovation. That's our information about the company, and the offer they're promoting or they're trying to promote is get a 10% off on first service. So this is what we are basically gonna write ad for. Let's start by referring to our method that's known as AIDA. We are gonna write the attention section first. So the attention section is basically grabbing the attention of anyone who's scrolling on Facebook, right? So they're browsing Facebook, they need something which will grab their attention, and then they can read the rest of the content, right? So we will start with attention Albuquerque homeowners. And one of the most important things is to use emojis. So you can use Emojipedia or Get Emoji to get emoji for your ad copies. This is really important, guys. You must use emojis in your ad copy. So I'm going to use hand waving. We are going to use this emoji, copy this, and use this. That's all. Okay. So this is our attention section. Further, we are going to write special limited time offer, get a 10% off on first junk removal service. So that's our offer. This is the whole attention section. It doesn't have to be one liner. In this case, I've broken it down into 3 lines. So I'm saying attention Albuquerque homeowners, special limited time offer, get a 10% off on first junk removal service. And that applies to any kind of business. If you have a roofing business, you'll just have this format of the attention like shout out, and then you will write down your offer in this format, right? If you have a construction company, if you have any kind of a landscaping company, if you have an electrical company, HVAC, doesn't matter. It applies to any kind of business in general. So that's our attention section. Now the interest section basically consists of some information about the company that they need to know before considering to, leave their details for further contact. So in this part, we are going to write our junk removal services include. So this is our interest section. Our junk removal services include residential, houses, apartments, more commercial, pre-post construction, renovation. And if you think that you are not only targeting homeowners, you can just say attention Albuquerque people or citizens, whatever. Or I'm just keeping this blank for your imagination. So this will be the shout out, this will be the whole attention section, and then going to interest section, you'll just write down something about the company, what you guys usually do, those kind of stuff. So that's our interest section. The next section would be desire. So in desire section actually has something that will create a FOMO inside people's minds. And if we want to think of it, like think of an example for desire section, it usually consists of testimonials, recent projects done, all those things. But for Facebook ad copies, we could just write something to create like a basic FOMO. So we will say join our list of 500 plus happy customers by getting in touch today. So that's the desire section, right? So we are just writing down something to basically say that we have a list of happy customers and you can join their list today by getting in touch and getting our first service and getting 10% off on the first service, So that's the desire section really. Also, you could write something like no job is too big or small. If you have junk, we can remove it. Okay, now we have our attention, interest, and a bit of desire section here. So now it's time for us to write down the action section. That's basically the most important part of this entire ad copy. So we have to question ourselves, what's the goal of this ad? Do we want to get a call from whoever needs a junk removal service? Do we want them to fill out a form on Facebook? Do we want them to go to another page, which will be preferably a landing page where they can leave their details or call from there? So that's really important. And once you figure out what to do, then you can write down the action section. So in my case, I want them to fill out a lead form, and the lead form is a form inside Facebook. It will be created under your Facebook page, and people will be able to submit that form in order to get in touch with the company. So I will say fill out the form to get your no obligation free estimate for a junk removal service. And I will just copy an emoji from here. Again, we need to use a lot of emojis, but don't overuse it. Just use it to the point that looks natural. And that's basically a really good ad copy, guys. You don't have to, overstretch it. You don't have to be really brief about it, but whatever we've written here, it looks really good. One more thing we need is the headline. So this is our ad copy. This is the text we are going to use in our Facebook ad. One more thing is we need a headline. The headline can be anything, like get a free estimate or get in touch with us, anything. And the headline can have hand pointing emoji. And we can get the emoji from Emojipedia or Get Emoji. So we'll just give a hand pointing and let's make it bold. That's our ad copy. And now in the next section, we are going to look at what kind of videos work or what kind of images work the best for ad copies and Facebook ads. So I know we talked about how to write Facebook ads in the best way possible, but it's always a good idea to see what the competitors are doing. And in order to see your competitors' ads, here's an idea. So they have an ads library, so you have to go to facebook.com/ads/library, exactly this URL, and it will take you to their ad library, and you can see what people are doing. So I'll change the country. So in this example, I'm using United States, all ads, and I'm gonna say junk removal. This is just an example. You can search for anything you want. You can search for any specific competitor page, like five star junk, if they have a page like this, of course, 5 stars moving and junk removal LLC. So you can finally see what these people are running, which is nothing. So I'm gonna search for junk removal and see in general what the competitors are doing, so this is one of the ads, and you can expand the view to see the whole text. All these things are what people are running, and it also shows you how long they're running for. So the more they're running for, the more you can assume that these ads are performing. Otherwise, they're not spending money for no reason, right? So these are the ads that you can try to copy. And I mean, if you're absolutely clueless about what the graphics will look like, how the videos will look like, you can get the idea from here, right? So this is one of the, and yeah, you get the idea, right? So that's how you can do some more research and see how the competitors are doing using Facebook ads library. Now it's time for us to make the ads in the ad manager. So for that, we need to go to adsmanager.facebook.com, and you need to navigate to the right ad manager in case you have multiple ad managers under your Facebook profile, just like I do. So you need to navigate from here, from the drop down on top left, and this is the one I created earlier in this video, so I'm going to use this one. And now let's try to create our campaign. So I'll hit create, and in this one my goal is to bring leads, so this will be a lead generation campaign, and then hit next, and then this will be a manual leads campaign. I'm not going to go with recommended settings by Facebook. And now it's gonna give me like a structure or a layout, or a template of the campaign. So I'm gonna name this campaign. I'm gonna call it junk removal March or April 2024, and categorize, no need to categorize. Bidding type will be auction, and campaign objective will be leads. Campaign spending limit, none added. I won't add any limit here. Advantage campaign budget will be on. So basically what I'm doing is, if your campaign has multiple ad sets, the campaign algorithm or the Facebook ads algorithm itself decides how to distribute your ad budget. So I'm going to give it the ad budget here. So it's going to be in your local currency. So I'm going to give it like $25 or $30, in US dollars. If you calculate, the daily budget could be anywhere between like $25 to $50. Facebook doesn't usually spend as much as Google, but there is a minimum threshold, not a threshold, but a best practice budget, if you might call it, because you want the campaign to get out of the learning phase as soon as possible. So the more budget you give it, the more it has scope to get shown to people and then create all the numbers. So for that, you need to give it like a $25 to $50 budget, and then you need to run ads all the time. Definitely run ads all the time. Don't schedule your ads, because these are interruptive marketing, and the algorithm gets messed up if you schedule it like Google Ads and other ad networks. So that's all about the campaign level, right? So give it a budget. All these settings will be pre-written. You don't have to do anything there, and just use campaign budget optimization or advantage campaign budget. Now let's go to the ad set level. So I'm going to call it manual placement, and I'm going to explain what manual placement is. Manual placement, pure cold. So instant forms is the conversion style. So conversion location instant form means, instead of sending them to any landing page or your website, I'm sending them to a form which will be created inside Facebook, so people can submit their data. So instant form it is. Facebook page will be the right page. You need to select the right page. view terms. You need to accept the Facebook terms and conditions the first time only, not all the time. Okay, so that's done, that's done. Okay, page is okay, that's fine. Budget scheduling, don't schedule a budget. Location, okay, location is a really important part in here. So either you can go around like 10 miles or 15 miles, however long you want to go to in order to provide the service, or you can target an entire city. Like if I want to target the Los Angeles County, I can do that. So I'll just write Los Angeles County. It's going to give me the option to select the county, right? Also, if you want to target any specific address and a specific mile radius around that address, you can also do that. Just type the address here, right? And then it's gonna give you the option to select that. So there are two ways you can go around this area targeting setting. So that's done. Advantage audience. So here we will just give it detailed targeting. So just right here, income. So I'll go with top 5% of income in these zip codes that I'm targeting, top 10% and top 10 to 25. So I'm gonna go with all these three. This is always a good practice. I don't know, it works for me all the time, so I'll go with so right now what I've done is in detailed targeting, I'm giving the algorithm a few options or a few directions to what kind of audience I'm looking for these ads, right? So household income, top 10%, top 10 to 25, and top 5% of the zip codes that I'm targeting. And that's all. 18 to 25, because I'm targeting homeowners, it makes more sense if I go from 24 to 65 plus. All genders, that's fine. If you want to narrow your audience, you can also do that, but I'm not doing that. It narrows the audience a lot, and then it messes up the algorithm and learning. So I'm not going to do that. And I told you guys about manual placements, so I'm going to go with manual placements here. This is basically where I want to show my ads on. So of course I want to show my ads on Facebook and Instagram, but not the audience network. This is like all other third-party networks that they own. I'm going to untick this one, and you can also customize specifically where you want the ads to show up. For example, if you don't want the ads to be visible on Facebook Business Explorer, don't do that. Instagram Explorer, yeah, okay, that's fine, because you'll be showing videos, so it makes more sense to show the videos on Instagram stories and reels. So that's all for ad sets. So this is one ad set. I'm targeting pure cold. And if you want to go detailed targeting, like if you want to give Facebook more directions, like I want people who are interested in this Facebook page, or they're this kind of people, demographic interest, all these things, you can do this. Like if people are interested about gardening, you can also target them, like gardening or landscaping, so this is gardening interest, so you can target this. I'm not going to do that, but you can obviously duplicate the ad set and then add more behaviors to it, you know what I mean? So it's pretty simple, so I'm not going to go over that one. This video is being so long, so I'm not going to stretch it more. Now let's go to the ads level. So a campaign has multiple ad sets, and then each ad set will have 2 or 3 ads. I'm going to create ad 1, and here if you connect your Instagram with your business manager, it will show up. So you can connect your Instagram account from here as well. I'm not going to do that, but just so you know, it can be done. So the first one will be a video. Add the video here. So I'll drag and drop the video, and next, all optimizations okay. All right, cool. So next, what we are going to do is let's go to the ad copy. I'm going to copy this whole thing, and I'm going to go learn more to the call to action. The large text, or the text that you see on top of the video, or the image or the graphic, will be put here in primary text. So as soon as I update this, it's going to be updated here as well, so you can see. And what I choose as a headline, so get a free estimate. This will be under headline, so keep the description blank. You don't need to put this, you don't need to fill it out. Now let's create our form. This form will be shown when they click on learn more, and this will be connected to our CRM, which will be high level, right? So create form. Let's create the form. I'll just, this is how I name my form, so I'll just say 42. This is the date. intro, you can either use the image from your ad or you can use an uploaded image. So I'm going to upload an image here. It's fine. Headline will be get a free estimate, and I'm going to choose something from the ad here. Okay, that's fine. Questions, no questions being added in this case, but you can, just so you know, you can add questions like qualifying questions. Where are you based in? Is this your first junk removal hire? You know, you can add a lot of questions to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose phone number. It's always good to ask for phone numbers. So full name, email, phone number, that's what we're asking for in this case. And enter a message. In this part, I will say your information is 100% secure. Facebook wants to know how we are dealing with data that we are generating from, or we are taking from Facebook. In this privacy policy, we are adding, let's say, junkremoval.com/privacy policy. Basically, this is your website's privacy policy link, and this privacy policy link, it's always good to mention in this page how you're dealing with the data. Basically, just say we do not share data with any other third party, you know. Okay, the link text will be privacy policy, and you can see it's being updated here, so you know what it's for. Message for leads, you can customize it. Visit website, I'm gonna say, because this is the thank you page for this form, right? When they submit the form, they come to this page, and then they can finally go to your website. So I'm gonna say junkremoval.com. This is the website, and that's all, right? So visit website. Okay, cool. Please visit our website for more info. So yeah, guys, this is really pretty self-explanatory. You just keep filling up the steps and go to the next one and create form. So this form will be used for this ad, right? I'm gonna quickly just see all the other options that it has. Nothing to do here really. It's just the ad copy, the headline, the image, and the form. So I'll just quickly duplicate this, and now this one will be ad 2, and I'm gonna delete the video because this will be an image. And let me put the image here. Now let me tell you guys something about the image. As soon as you hit next, it's going to give you 3 different options of 3 different resolutions. So it's always a good idea to have 3 variants or 3 size variations for the same image or the same ad. This one is a square size, which will be like 1024 by 1024. This will be about like 1080 by 1920 vertically, and this will be 1920 by 1080. So you can see the ratios 1:1, 9 by 16, 191 1. So that's basically the image ratio, and for the same image you need 3 ratios, and you can change them. We can replace them from here for each one, right? So that's all, and then hit next. All optimizations on, done. And I'm keeping the ad copy same. You can play around with it a bit more, and that's all, guys. So that's all you need to do. Now before we hit publish, we need to make sure that the forms are connected to the CRM. So that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm here in my GOHIGHLEVEL sub account. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to go to integrations. And also, just so you know, for those who don't know what high level is and you know how it works and what you can do with it, just visit my channel. There's a bunch of high level tutorials out there, and hopefully you'll get to learn a lot about the CRM, and you'll finally see how good it is for your business. So I am in integrations, and I'm connecting this up. Okay, so I'm gonna give it all the necessary access, I guess. Now it's gonna ask me what Facebook page I want to connect with this high level account. So from the drop down, I selected this page. Okay, connect, because this is the one I used earlier to create the ads. Now what happens is, as soon as I create the connection or add the page to this account, if I go to Facebook form fields mapping, it's going to fetch all the lead forms that I connected. So I just created one. So LF, okay, that's fine. It's mapping the Facebook lead form fields with the high level fields, or custom fields as we call it. So if we map the fields, it's going to say the status is on and the form is all connected and everything. So I'm going to go to automations now to do some basic setup. So I'm going to create a workflow, start from scratch, and I'm going to say Facebook ads automation. Here in the initial trigger that activates this workflow for someone is whenever the lead form is submitted, right? So whenever the lead form is submitted in form or two. So what happens is when you submit the form on Facebook, or when someone submits the form, you want to receive a notification, right? So I'm going to say send internal notification. Will be like an email, or you can also do an SMS. So just fill it all out, and I'm going to say x@mail.com. This is the from name and from email. To user type will be custom email. This will be your email address. So john@mail.com. Okay, that's fine. This will be you. New leads from Facebook ad. Okay, that's fine. And here, hi, we got a new lead, name, email, phone. Because we have connected it up, so we can use the high levels custom values now. Name, email, phone. So this is the notification, and then you need to send the lead an email. So this will be you. So john@mail.com. Thanks for your interest. A hi, contact dot, first name, thank you for your interest in our services. We will reach out to you shortly. Now hit save, publish it. Of course, don't forget to publish it, and then that's all we're doing. It's pretty basic, guys. So I'm not focusing on the automation that happens when the lead comes in. I'm more focusing on the Facebook ads and its strategies, but I'm just showing you this just so you know that it's there and you can do it. So let me go back. What I need to do now is just hit publish this campaign. That's all. If your payment method and everything's connected, the campaign's going to go live, and any new lead that comes in will be in the CRM because you've connected it up. So that's all for this Facebook ads video. I'm sorry it was too long. I tried, but there are some things that you need to show. And yeah, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel because I'll be putting more content like this. And yeah, take care and cheers.